Hey, what's up guys? Yo, with Apex Wheels. We are in the Apex shop today. We've got a volunteer car with a signal green 997 GT3, and he's looking to run a new wheel and tire setup, do a little something different for the 997s by running an 18x10 up front. We're gonna talk about how we get that fitment to work on these 997 GT3 cars. So let's dig in. All right guys, we got our initial checks done. Joe got the wheels and tires up, was checking brake line clearance, inner clearance, fender clearance, all that kind of stuff. There's a couple things that you're gonna have to take note when you are fitting something like this. This is an 18x10 ET36 with a 275 35/18 NT01. So we're talking about a pretty big tire in the front of a 997, 997 GT3. And a little caveat, it is a GT3, it's not an RS, but the actual rear body was wrecked. So a wide body C4S was actually grafted on. So we got the wider track and still 997 cup fender flare. So essentially, for all intents and purposes, it's a 997 GT3 RS with cup flares. So that's one of the things that you'll want to take note on running a setup like this is obviously the outer fender clearance. Running these cup fenders, we're talking about 2 centimeters wider on each side for these flares. Obviously there's some cutting involved, and then this pulls out so you have more room to run something such as an 18x10 ET36 up front. The other couple things that you'll have to note are the fender clearances. Under full lock, you're going to get some inner fender rub. Typically guys either massage this out or cut it, whatever it is, it's going to be minor. And obviously an 18x10 up front on a 997 is pretty much a dedicated track fitment. We're looking to get the most grip up front, the most turn in, dialing out as much understeer as possible with a setup like this. So these are tiny things that you're gonna have to take note. Same thing on the rear fender liner, very close. We don't have this under compression right now. You'll definitely want to be massaging some of this or cutting some of that out to ensure that you're not getting that crazy rubbing. Of course, it's a fender liner. It's not very functional, obviously, so it's not that big of an issue. The other thing we have in the back, which you can't really see, is he's running an aftermarket brake line, and it's a little bit long. So this is actually very close to the barrel of the wheel. I don't know if you can see that, but that's one thing is that we'll want to get that in a better or more secure place that's a little bit more out of the way from that barrel. And again, he's running an aftermarket line, so the OE line may be a better option for this. Cool, outside of that, I'm gonna take this wheel off and we're gonna take a look at a couple of the other things as far as track alignment goes on this 997 for you to run a fitment like this. Okay guys, so looking at PFC Club Sport brakes, I didn't even mention the brake clearance on the 18x10s, but there was plenty of room there. Maybe I'll show you guys in some B-roll how much space you actually have with the 18s. The 18s also clear the factory 380 millimeter performance ceramic package. So 380 millimeter rotor, 6-piston caliper, all that gets cleared in with our 18x10s and also our 18x9s. I talked about alignment. This car is running negative 2.7 degrees of camber, and that's combined camber with the top hats and also the lower control arms. A couple places where you can dial camber on a 997, also a 996, also a 987. Very similar setup across a lot of generations of Porsche vehicles. I'm pretty familiar with that because I have a 987 and also a 996. Very similar setup to the 997. Dialing in camber from the top hat will actually pull the top of the wheel in, giving you more fender clearance, which is great. The camber from the lower control arm actually widens the track width. So you're actually, the lower portion of the tire is being pushed out, giving you, again, angle for negative camber, but it doesn't actually move the top portion of the wheel. So getting some camber dialed in from the top is typically key to, again, give you more clearance on the inside of this fender well. a lot of stuff, a lot of information. Obviously, we got that stuff in our fitment guides as well, but that's about everything in a little snippet about running an 18x10 ET36 with a 275/35/18 on a 997. All right, guys, we're gonna take a look at the rear of the setup as well. Most of the complications are up front, but in the rear, you'll wanna dial in a little bit of camber. There's -2 degrees of camber here. Minimal camber in the back. This 18x12 ET46 setup is something that we have spec'd for most wide body 996 and 997 Porsches. So pretty standard. There's a 305/35/18 NT01 on here, and that's really about it. Plenty of brake clearance in the rears for the PFC Club Sport brakes as well, and really not much else that we need to understand other than the fact that this is a wide body vehicle, so this is a wide body spec wheel. Hope you guys like that beauty footage of these awesome wheels on this Signal Green 997 GT3. Also, hope you guys learned something about fitting 18x10 wheels on the front of Porsche vehicles. If you guys got fitment questions, let us know. Shoot us an email or give us a ring. And always, please like and subscribe for more cool content on cool vehicles like this GT3. Until next time, see you guys.